So one of the things that affect women a lot is money, isn't it? In our country, we know that most of the time, ladies are single parenting. Ladies are taking care of their mothers, they are taking care of everyone. And most of the times, you find that your own goals and dreams are then taking the back seat because there's things that needs to be done, isn't it? And you feel like you must be the one who is doing this. Isn't it true? Well, sometimes a lot of people say, is it really, Busi, are you saying if you say I feel like I'm the one who is going to do it? But the thing is this, especially let's just say you're taking care of your mother. Who took care of your mother before you were here? Who did that? It was your grandmother. And now that you are here, you're supposed to take over from your grandmother. So your mother is not supposed to be taking care of herself. Well, the thing is this. We know that everyone that is here in the planet at this current moment is not here because of another person's plans. Hence, even when we leave this planet, we don't live because of other people's plans. It might look like, well, this person made that happen. But we are here for a reason, and when we live because we're supposed to be living. Now, the reason we are here is that all of us are here for a specific purpose. Now, your own kids today, they will survive without you if you were not to be there tomorrow. The reason they are your kids is that you were supposed just to be a vehicle to bring them here. That's all. After that, they are not yours. They are for whoever brought them here. So, when you are thinking that you are capable and you must be taking care of everybody else other than you, you are putting that purpose at the back seat, and then you are doing God's work. Well, maybe God's job. Because can you be able to take care of the calling that you are here for and be able to take care of everybody else that is needing to be taken care of? Does it work? But you find that when you have put yourself first and you have taken the time to care for yourself, it is easy for you to care for others. And you don't have to be restraining yourself, or you don't have to be frustrating yourself caring for other people. So when we are doing our duties as being mothers, wives, sisters, and whoever that we are, the most important person is you. Because when you are not well, all the other people can't be well. Specifically the people that are most close to you. So today I wanted us just to talk about this notion of not taking care of yourself and feeling like you don't have money, because it's not true that you don't have money. You might be thinking about that a lot, that I don't have money, I can't afford this, but it's not true. And I'm going to show you why I said that. So, for the past 6 years, I've been a money coach, which means that I sit down and talk to people about their money issues. Now, I don't talk about how much are you saving. That is the job of a financial advisor. I don't talk about where are you supposed to be investing. Most of the times I talk to people who say, I cannot afford to save, I cannot afford to invest, I cannot afford to have what I want. So when you are at that position where you feel like you wake up every morning, you go to work, at the end of the month, you only have your money for 2 hours, then it's over. Isn't it true? Sometimes we feel like that. It's just 2 hours and then back to square one. So when you feel like that, it's not because you don't have money. It is just because that is how you've been taught to think. It's a thinking process. Now, haven't we all heard of the lady that is selling fat cakes on the side of the road that has taken her kids to varsity? All of them, 6 of them. Haven't we heard of? Oh, she has built a big house from that. And if we look, for sure, she does not make much. But the things that she is able to achieve, some people who earn more than her don't have. So what is that? Does it mean that she needs, well, obviously she did not need more money to be able to do what she did. But what she did was she thought that she could do that. And it happened. So at all times, when we spend time worrying about what we don't have, what we actually do is create more of what we don't have. So we are creating at all times, and the fact that today we are in this event was not decided today, isn't it? It was decided maybe 2 months ago. Well, how close was that? Was it a week ago that you decided that the event should happen? Oh well, if it was a week ago, I don't think it was a week ago. Maybe it was a month ago, but it wasn't created today, right? So today, the event is here. There's nothing we can do about it now. It's happening. But 2 months ago or 1 month ago, somebody thought of this idea, and there it is today. We can see it, we can touch it, we can feel it. Now, your current money situation right now today, when you look into your bank account, it doesn't look pretty probably. That has been created 2 months ago, 6 months ago, December last year. Isn't it true? And there's nothing you can do about your account now. But there is a lot you can do about your account in 3 months' time from now. Isn't it? So whatever that's going to happen it's August, September, October, November. In November or December, you are creating today. If you create, no, I will not have money by then because it's December, then you will get that. You'll get a December that doesn't have money. If today you decide that, you know what, by that time, in November or December or January, I will have enough. My December or my January this year is not going to be like the rest that I was not affording things that I wanted. I'm going to have what I need. And then obviously you're going to start taking steps towards that. So as a money coach, that's what I do. And I help someone who says, I am tired. I've had enough of lacking. I've had enough of not having what I want. I've had enough of feeling like I'm not doing it correct, this money thing. Sometimes is there somebody who ever gets the feeling that, you know what, I don't think I know how to manage money. I'm not the right person for money. So when you feel like that, you are creating that. Then it happens that you prove yourself correct. Oh, really? Look at me now. I owe so many people. Look at me now. I can't afford this and this. So why I even became a money coach was a very long story that I'm not going to waste your time with right now. But one day I was owing the bank 40 million. Yes, 40 million. So as I'm saying, it's a very long story. But when I was 21, I had just finished varsity and gotten my degree and got my first job, an amazing job. And I thought, well, before then, at 6, I lost my mother and my whole family got ripped apart. So from 6 until the time that I was finishing my degree, I was that person that had to beg everyone for just food, school uniform, shoes, this and this. And I was passed from whoever was saying, today I have something I can offer her this year. I will be there that year. Next year I will be another school. Then it continued like that. And at all times in my head, I knew that I needed money. I needed money to be fine because I can't live like this. I needed money. So the day I got my first job, which was, the salary was totally amazing. I thought, yay, I've made it in life. But then I found out that I studied IT, and in IT, you don't talk to people, you talk to computers. I was miserable. On a daily basis, I will cry during lunch because I will be like, why am I here? Why am I here? And I knew that I wasn't supposed to be there. Didn't feel like I'm supposed to be there. I am somebody who can talk to you ladies for the whole weekend without even, caring. But that was not something that I was supposed to do, and it felt like I wasn't supposed to be there. Then, at that time, I decided that I needed to do something else. I didn't know what, but one thing is that obviously in my family, no one had a business. And at that time, people were saying, for you to be able to have money and maybe do something you love, you should start your own business. I thought, I don't know how to do this, but let me try it. So I quit my job without any preparations. And I went into the first business, which at that time I was told that property is the one. So have you heard people say money is this side and you rush there? Probably find that the money is finished by the time you get there. They say, no, the money has moved this side and you rush there. Same thing normally happens, right? Because you're just running after the money. So I also did that. I started a property business. It did so well. I went and studied a course that told me how to buy a property, renovate it, and sell it within 2 months and make almost 500K or more. And that was working very well. Quickly, while I'm running that business, 2008 happens, which was the world recession, and properties went down at that moment, that day when they said the recession has started. And there I was with a property business that had so much. I was owing the bank a lot because obviously, you need money to make money, isn't it? They told us. And it's not true, you don't need money to make money, but obviously at that time I believed that. And I went for the bank and I borrowed that money and all of that. So the business dies and I'm thinking, well, I have got an IT job, an IT degree, let me go and get an IT job. But then when I look, I see that my job will never pay for the debt that I already have. Then I thought, oh well, maybe let me start something else. And at the second time I thought I studied IT, I might as well not waste that. Let me start an IT business. I started that, and I got this big internet cafe in Sunnyside. You guys know Sunnyside, I got about 80 computers in a hall. It was a big hall. Nigerian people came on a daily basis. They thoroughly supported me. They will book a computer chair and all that and pay for it for the whole month and say nobody touched this. And at that time IT was great. Internet cafes were making money. I was making money. So just before I started that, I went back to the bank and I said, borrow me more money because now I've got another great business and I know that I will make money. You know that I've made money before. It's just this recession. Well, I'm also good at negotiating. I'm really, really good. I can sell you your own JC and you will be like, wow. What happened? So they gave me the money and I did that and it went perfectly well. But soon, probably, not long from then, when things were pretty, Tuesday morning, one day I walk in, I find there's nothing. Everything is stolen, including the copiers and all that. And I'm thinking, wow, what is this? Now, I did not have an MBA. I did not know that you need business insurance. I did not have insurance, so it means that I lost everything there. The police came and said, ma'am, who do you think stole your computers? I said, I don't know. They said, we don't know. It was the end. I was owing the bank a little bit more than the last time. So it continued like that. 6 businesses down the line, I was at 40 million. Every time I started a new business, I went a little bit just bigger. I mean, there was a time when I was buying trucks, brand new trucks. I just went a little bit more every other time. And the thing is that when you owe the bank small money, in the hundreds of thousands, they will call you and ask for their money. When you owe them a lot of money, they don't call you. They beg you to make their money. Literally. So a lot of people that come to me, and I've got an amazing debt course, you get so paralyzed by the fact that you owe the bank. The bank doesn't care about how much you owe them. They literally have insurance on that debt. The only thing they want is to get a little bit out of what you took from them. You're supposed to be worried about making money, not worried about how much you owe them. And hence I'm saying it is a mindset thing. So I can tell you, when you owe 40 million rand, nobody bothers you from the bank. So while I was doing that, 6 business failed, and the bank manager called me and said, come through. When I got there, they said, okay, this is too much. We cannot do this anymore. We are sequestrating you. You're going under bankruptcy. If you guys know, sequestration means that they take everything you have. So they took everything you own and you don't own, everything you have, so you are just left with your clothes. So, you probably have seen when you go to auction, you find all this funny stuff, like there's one cup, there's like one bed without the what. Those are the things they take from our houses. Like they take each and everything. Now, I was married I'm married in community of property, which meant that they took everything my husband owns. Now, you should be very careful who you marry. Things can go wrong. So just because he knew me, he lost everything because we are married in community of property. So at that point, it's the point where I felt like, wow, I have failed my family. I failed my kids. I failed everyone. We lost everything. They came, took everything. Cars, houses, everything. Now, that is when I found, for the first time, somebody who told me that there's a coach. So there was one lady that came in, because a whole lot of people were coming in every day to make us sign stuff, and they just taking stuff that they need, signing documents and all that. This lady came in while we were doing that. She said, oh, Busi, sorry about this, but I think that you are gonna need a coach. I'm like, what is that? Way, long time ago. Oh, now when you're in sequestration, it takes you 16 years to ever be able to buy anything on credit. So for 16 years, you can't get a job because you are under that thing. You can't get a job, you can't do anything. You can't even have a Vodacom phone. Because that is the jail sentence you get. So, but you don't go into jail, but you definitely are in jail. It feels like that. So, and for 16 years, you can't do that. So for 16 years, I learned in that 16 years how to buy a car cash, how to buy a house cash, how to do all the things that I never thought were possible to do. But obviously, they say when you between the hard place and a rock, you know what to do. So that's what came out, which was a good thing for me. But at that time when I met that lady, she told me that I should see a coach, and I thought, oh my goodness, will this coach understand how to help me get out of a 40 million rand debt? Well, she said the coach has a free session. The first one is free. Thought, yay, free. I'll do that. I went in, and this coach listened to my story. At the end of the story, she just looked at me and be like, oh wow, I'm sorry that happened to you. But anyway, you are going to have to find your purpose. You have to know what is your passion, because that is where your money lies in. And I was like, wow, seriously? Have you seen my bank income statement? This story that you're talking about doesn't make sense to me. So, and she said to me, go, she gave me mind exercises, something I've never seen at that point. And she said, go do these exercises. And those were just to change my mind about the situation I was in. And she said, don't start a business in the next 3 months. And I thought, this woman really has not had me. How am I going to start a business in the next 3 months when I cannot go back to the bank anymore? And I just thought, well, whatever. Went home. There was nothing to do. I did the exercises. While I was doing them, one of the exercises really showed me what was my passion and what was I good at. And apparently I'm good at sales. So I was like, okay, I'm going to look for a sales job. But obviously no one is going to hire me because I've got this credit thing going on. So that did not work. But I was able to get into a company where I told them, you don't have to hire me, just allow me to sell whatever that, the way a training company, sell your courses and you give me commission if I sell something. I did that. In 2 months, I was the top salesperson. They hired me. All of a sudden, they forgot about their policies and all that. I was hired, and I worked there for about 8 months. At the end of the 8 months, I found the purpose that she was talking about. I started a health and safety company. Now, this company came to me in the most weirdest way. I will not have time to tell you. I'm sure my time is totally gone now. But when I started that business, I started it with 0 rands. And I remember the first break that I got into one of the mines in Rustenburg, and there was a boardroom table full of men, about 20. And when I walked in, I was tiny. Now I look like a person. I was so tiny. I was a woman, I was black. And it was a table full of white old men. And when I came in to present, they started asking each other, why did you take us out of offices for this? What is this? What are we doing here? And the moment I opened my mouth, they were shocked. And by the time I finished the presentation, they were like, can we buy you out? Can we pay you for this and you never look back? I said to them, no guys, you have to work with me, I'm sorry. And that's how I started the business. And today that business, it's been what? It's probably 16 years, hiring more than 200 people. It's international, it's a multi-million rand business. Thank you, ladies. So after that, I knew that it was my mind that was messing with my life. There was nothing else that changed in me, only my mindset. And for her to be able to give me those mind exercises, I found out who I was, not what the world was saying. You must be running after the money, you must be worried about the money, get in debt for money, do all these funny things for money. Go to a job you hate, do all this funny stuff that we do. But I found who I was, and that's what changed. So, and once that was done, I knew that I needed to share this information with someone else who might be going through the same road, and I would not want to see somebody else go through that because it's horrible. It is not a nice thing. And it's they say you learn from your mistakes, but some mistakes you shouldn't be doing because they're just not nice. And other people don't come out alive at the end. They kill themselves and do all these things. I mean, at the current moment in South Africa, depression is so high, and most of people that are depressed, it's because of money. It could be because it's the job or this or this, but it has something to do with money. So then I decided I'm gonna be a coach, which is not the most amazing thing. I still love speaking. So when I get a chance to speak, I hold on to the mic like now, like don't be telling me you want to eat. I want to talk to you. But I also sit down one-on-one, and I've sat down with people who came to me and say, you know what, Pussy, I heard about you from wherever, radio, TV, wherever, that you help people, and I'm here today. I'm ready to kill myself. I'm just here for a last session just to check out stuff like before, just the last thing. Because obviously I talk about the energy of money, I talk about all these things that people are not willing to listen to. But obviously when you've seen it all, you sort of want to try everything. So then a person will be like, I'm here, I'm ready to kill myself, this is not working. And after that session, and I know that between that and them, it's me. I need to do something. So after that session, the person is like, oh my God, I thought I had a problem, I can't even remember what that is now. And they go and they do amazing things with their lives. So that's what I do on a daily basis. And I am sharing something that worked for me and that I have seen working for a lot of people. Now, about 3 years ago, I wrote a book. It's here. You can see it after this. I wrote a book called Money and Black People. Well, the black people is not actually the skin color. It's not talking to a brown person, but it's talking to somebody who is identifying themselves as something other than being a being. We are all beings. We are not black, white, male, female. We are all just that God created. And anytime you identify yourself as a woman, you're going to have to take the disadvantages and advantages of being a woman. How many women say in the workplace they are not paid enough? They are not taken serious, right? But the thing is that you have said, I am this, and that you apply to yourself. Now, there are also women in the workplace that get paid very well. But I promise you, they don't make themselves the victim of being a woman. That is why they are able to do it. So it's, again, a mindset thing. So when you identify yourself as a man, you're going to get the advantages and disadvantages of that. If you see yourself as a black person, you will be treated like those people are treated. If you see yourself as a white person, 2 days ago I was sitting with this lady. She's white. She wants to change her careers from being a financial advisor to being a coach. And she said to me, Busi, the biggest thing currently right now, I think that I will not make this because I'm white. Nobody is willing to work with me. And I said to her, oh my goodness, the thing is this, you think you're white. If you were not thinking you're white or what, you were thinking about the person who needs your help, you will not worry what color you are. We always put the pressure on us, but we don't put the importance on what is it that I'm bringing on top of the table. At any time when you go into an interview thinking, what are they going to think of me? If they're going to give me enough money, if they're going to take me serious, you miss it. You're supposed to be thinking about how is it that when I'm in this company, in this position, how am I going to change things here? What value will I bring? When I am there, what is going to change? How much money am I going to make them? How much improvement are they going to see because of me there? Now, the thing when you do that, you're telling, because we are all just one person, your energy is telling the person who's going to be sitting with you in that interview that you are the right person and you deserve all the money. Without you opening your mouth. When you step in there, they will know it. But when you're worried about you and how much they have not given you enough in your previous job, how much you as a woman and you're probably not going to get it right, they feel the same way. They feel like somebody who's just here because they want money. And you know what is going to happen? You're going to get less money if you ever get the job. Things are just not going to go well. So, it is a mindset change that allows us to have what we want. It is not because we are not enough. Whatever that you're thinking about right now, the fact that it's in your mind, it is because God has said you are at this time ready to have it. So it could be top range car, it could be a house, it could be a job, it could be a business. The reason it's in your head right now is because you are ready to have it. But normally what do? We say, oh no, I don't have enough degrees for this. I don't have enough money to start the business. I don't have all the stuff that you say. You say, God, please wait a little bit. I'm busy here. I'm busy fixing this. And God is like, oh wow, really? Because the thing is that you did not think about the desires you have now. You did not have them when you were 18, did you? It changes every day. And every time you have a desire, that is how God blesses you. You don't need another person blessing you. You are already blessed by what is in your head. But when you keep saying, no, I'm not that, you are the one who's rejecting that. So that is why the biggest fight is in your head. How you win with money or lose with money is in your head. So when you invest time in that, everything changes. So I wrote this book 3 years ago. It's called Money and Black People, How to Heal Your Money Story. And I was really writing it because I knew that I couldn't be at all the events. Even now, after this, I'm going to another event. Tomorrow, I've got 2 events. Sunday, I've got a church and another event. So I'm speaking at events like every day. So, and there's so many people that I have to say, sorry, I can't make it, But I thought, well, let me write a book. All the people that can't come to my event, they will have the book. So I was writing, thinking of people in Joburg and Pretoria, because that's where I live. And this book has the 2 parts. The first part is just talking about what I found out about money and all that. The second part is the most important part, where it's a 30-day money mindset program. That is the first program that I used when I was in that 40 million rand ditch. It took me out. So I thought the first thing that I should share is that, for somebody to understand that whatever they're going through according to what they think is going to, it's not happening. It is an illusion. You can change it overnight when you change your mind. So that is what's in the book, is that program. So I wrote the book, and once it was done, I just started a YouTube channel, and I was talking about the book because, oh my God, I love talking, obviously. I thought, who am I going to talk to? Because at the time I wasn't, booked so much. I talked to my phone through YouTube. All of a sudden, we started getting orders from Brazil, from New York, from everywhere. And I thought, how is this possible? I mean, when it comes to English, I know I've got 0 English in me. I was taught English in Swati because, I could not get to a private school that could give me the amazing English. So that book does not have the best English in the world. And now here it is selling international. And it became an international bestseller. And we have already won the phone and the time. I'm sure I'm totally supposed to sit down. The book has won about 3 awards since then. Thank you so much. Yes, the latest one was just the night before yesterday at the African Authors Awards. So all of that happened because I was just wanting someone who cannot come to me for a one-on-one session, someone who cannot be able to have me at their event, to be able to have the book and have the program and be able to do that for themselves wherever they are. And on a daily basis, we get the reviews that a person will say, I read the book and my life is totally changed. I read the book, I found the job. I read the book, I have a new business. I read the book, I started making money. So it is not because I wanted to. And the first time I heard about writing books, they were said they are a marketing tool. I thought, what? What kind of marketing tool is that? I never got it. I just wrote it for somebody who needs it. And guess what? Everybody who needs it has a way of finding it. So that's what I'm saying, that when you stop focusing on you and you focus on the person that you are here to help. Because all of us in this room are here to help somebody. I mean, if you don't understand that, did you make the clothes you're wearing? Unless you made the clothes. I don't make my clothes. I don't make my hair. I don't even have a garden to make my own food, right? Someone else does that, isn't it? How much do we need people who make clothes? If they were not there, I want. So you also have a skill that somebody else needs at this current moment. And you might show that skill in your job because you are the best at what you do. You could show that skill in your business because you are the best at what you do. You could show that skill in so many ways. But normally, we just not interested in that. We are thinking, oh, that's too much work, or that will never work, or I'm not the right person, or this or that. But when you first understand who you are and knowing why you are here, what is the reason you are in the planet, you then find the way to make that happen. And it's not just because somebody else who has made it happen, they are better than you. They're not. We all have the same power to create what we want, but other people create what they want, other people just sit down and be like, well, whatever. So, yeah, totally my time is done. I don't have a watch. So thank you so much, ladies, for allowing me to come here and chat to you today. If you need the book, it's available. If you need to book a coaching session, my email is Busi. You can write it down because I don't have enough cards to give all of you. It's BUSI, Busi, at Busi Selesho. Selesho is SELESHO.com. Busi at busiselesho.com, and my number is 082 534 082 534 6625. Most of all, I've got a free course on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, it's called How to Manifest 100K in 30 Days. That is just one of the courses that I've seen miracles happen, because a lot of people are thinking, me, 100,000, no, 10 rand, definitely I know how to make, but 100,000, not my thing. And when you change your mindset around the fact that you think 10 rand is small and 100,000 is too big for you to make, you see miracles. And if you like that, definitely go on Facebook. It's called How to Manifest 100K. It's a group, and you just click on join. If you don't have Facebook, you can send me an email. I'll email it to you. Other than that, the email is busi at busiselesho.com. Busi at busiselesho.com. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Wow, I'm inspired. Thank you so much, Busi. I am inspired. It makes me think that I can also achieve. And it's so powerful what she said, money and mindset, and changing your mindset, not adjusting it, because it's challenging as women and as people to adjust your mindset and not focus on your debts, your worries, and a lot of things, but to focus on making money and not focus on getting rid of the debt. But thank you so much, Busi. I am truly inspired, and I hope the ladies are also inspired and have enjoyed the speech. You did get the contact numbers for her, so hopefully she'll be flocked with lots of SMSs and on Facebook as well. Lucy, if you can join me, would like to gift you with something and thank you for your time and also the speech that you gave. If I can have Admiral Josias to gift her.
Thank you very much. group of ladies from the South African Navy. Thank you. Thank you for inspiring us. And I'm not sure whether we're going to start making money in the organization, but it's an inspiration and we will definitely get a hold of you. Thank you so much for setting aside time from your busy schedule to come to us today. Thank you very much. Thank you.